Welcome to this video where we will be exploring the controversial and often misunderstood beliefs of Joy of Satan Ministries. Founded in the early 2000s by Maxine Dietrich, Joy of Satan has been the subject of much debate and controversy within the wider Satanic community. With a focus on spiritual growth and self-improvement, Joy of Satan presents a unique perspective on Satanism that differs from more traditional Satanic organizations. In this video, we will delve into the beliefs and practices of Joy of Satan, examining their philosophy, rituals, and teachings. Whether you're a skeptic or a curious onlooker, this video will provide you with a comprehensive overview of Joy of Satan Ministries. Basic history. Joy of Satan Ministries is a modern religious movement that traces its origins back to the late 1980s. It was founded by Maxine Dietrich, who goes by the pseudonym of High Priestess Maxine, and a group of individuals who were drawn to her teachings on Satanism, the occult, and esoteric knowledge. Maxine Dietrich claims to have been initiated into various traditions of Satanism, including the Church of Satan and Temple of Set, before founding Joy of Satan Ministries. The group started as an online forum where individuals interested in Satanism and the occult could share their experiences and knowledge. It quickly grew in popularity, and Maxine Dietrich began to develop her own teachings on Satanism, which she called Spiritual Satanism. In 2003, she published her first book, Liberation of the Soul, which outlines the core beliefs and practices of Joy of Satan Ministries. Since then, Joy of Satan Ministries has expanded to include various online resources, such as forums, chat rooms, and social media pages. The group also hosts public rituals and gatherings, as well as private ceremonies for members. Despite facing controversy and accusations of being a hate group, Joy of Satan Ministries continues to attract new members who are drawn to its teachings on spiritual Satanism. Belief and practices. In addition to their beliefs in Satanism and the existence of the supernatural, Joy of Satan Ministries also has unique religious practices. One of their main practices is meditation, which they use to connect with their higher selves and the spiritual realm. They also perform rituals to honor their deities and spirits, including offerings of food, incense, and candles. Joy of Satan Ministries also believes in the power of magic and encourages their members to practice it. They view magic as a way to influence the world around them and to achieve their goals. This can include casting spells, performing divination, and working with spirits to gain knowledge or protection. Another significant aspect of Joy of Satan Ministries' religious practices is their emphasis on the importance of personal responsibility and self-improvement. They believe that each individual has the power to shape their own destiny and that through their beliefs and practices, they can create a better life for themselves and the world around them. How they view Satan. Joy of Satan Ministries views Satan as a deity and a force of nature that represents the primal and creative energies of the universe. They see Satan as a liberator and a teacher who brings knowledge, enlightenment, and empowerment to humanity. Satan is regarded as a symbol of rebellion against tyranny, oppression, and dogmatic religions that suppress individuality and free will. According to Joy of Satan Ministries, Satan is not an evil entity but rather a misunderstood and misrepresented figure in Abrahamic religions. They argue that Satan was demonized by those in power who sought to control and subjugate people through fear and guilt. As such, Joy of Satan Ministries seeks to reclaim Satan as a positive and empowering figure and encourages its members to connect with Satan through meditation, ritual, and devotion. Are they neo-Nazis? It is important to note that Joy of Satan Ministries has been accused of promoting white supremacist and neo-Nazi ideologies by various groups and individuals. This is due, in part, to the fact that the group's founder, Maxine Dietrich, has expressed admiration for Adolf Hitler and has written articles praising Nazi Germany. Additionally, some members of the group have been known to use Nazi imagery and symbols in their rituals and on their website. While Joy of Satan Ministries has denied being a white supremacist or neo-Nazi group, their association with these ideologies has led to their condemnation by many within the broader Satanist community. It is worth noting that many Satanists do not see Satanism as inherently linked to any particular political ideology or belief system, and the use of Nazi symbolism and rhetoric is widely rejected as antithetical to the principles of individual freedom and self-determination that are central to many forms of Satanism. Conclusion. In conclusion, Joy of Satan Ministries is a controversial religious organization that combines elements of Satanism, paganism, and Nazism. Its members believe in the existence of a powerful deity called Satan, who is seen as a liberator and teacher. The group's practices include meditation, rituals, and the use of sigils and other occult symbols. Joy of Satan has been accused of promoting hate speech and neo-Nazi ideology, and its association with white supremacy groups has caused it to be widely condemned. However, the organization continues to attract followers who see it as a legitimate spiritual path. It is important to understand the history and beliefs of Joy of Satan Ministries in order to make an informed decision about its teachings and practices.